Alright, I think I'm back. My internet just completely cut out immediately. So hopefully we're good. Alrighty. Are we ready? Ready to... That can't be it. Hold on. We'll delete that. Okay. Alright, let us begin. Start a new game. Laura Silver. What is the name of the river in Pilsen? Booza, Miss Silver. That's the one. There were two fishermen on the boats fishing on that river. Then they noticed a corpse approaching them. How could a corpse approach them? If it is being dragged by the current. I see. Then the fisherman pulled the body over to the boat. It was a drowned man. While they were debating on what to do with it, the corpse suddenly came alive and attacked them. One of the fishermen charged this being only to be killed right after. The other fisherman jumped into the water trying to escape. He couldn't, though. The Vodnik caught up with it. Or is it Yodnik? I think it's Vodnik. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that this beast is the Vodnik. The one we are looking for. You should have told me earlier, Miss Silver. Anyway. Hold on. Before I continue with this, I need to know. Am I saying this right? I'll look it up. Maybe? No, I'm saying it right. It's the Vodnik. Okay. The Vodnik pulled him underwater, and just as he was about to trap the fisherman's soul in one of his jars, the old man unsheathed his knife and stabbed the Vodnik. Okay. Who was this old man, Miss Silver? The fisherman. I see. The stab bewildered the Vodnik, and so the old man could run away. And this is how we were able to hear of the incident. Sorry to interrupt, Miss Silver, but should I turn right here? The car rocks as Cooper drives over a piece of stone. Excuse me if I'm being rude, but as far as I can see, you aren't looking at the map. I memorized it. Oh my god. Please continue your story, Miss Silver. So we have Orwell Cooper, and then we have Laura Silver here on the left. I was wondering something, actually. What is it? I forgot what the Vodnik was supposed to store those guys' souls in. I thought you said jars. That was improvised. Oh. So he may store them in other things too. Like cups? Whatever. Whatever they are. Do you want me to explain further? Of course, Miss Silver. So he's a mythical beast who kills people and stores their souls in cups or something. Plays a violin to lure people in. Like a siren, but with a violin. He also stated that he likes to craft his jars in the best way possible. We're dealing with an immortal sea spirit who is an artisan. Then you can say that. So, at first glance, this seems like just another story to scare children with. You can find a variation of it wherever you go, like Anis, or the great vampire Carmilla. Black Anis used to scare me a lot. I'm not even going to pronounce the nation right there. I cannot pronounce it. Anyway, in Czechoslovakia, there we go, you have a similar bedtime story which is based on this sea monster. But our job isn't investigating the bedtime story. The Vodnik is as real as you and me. A few months ago, it attacked a fishing boat. You know the details, even though it sounds rather hard to believe. I don't know how to pronounce that. Kararat herself has talked to the other fishermen who witnessed the incident, so we can believe in the credibility of the source. Kararat tasked Skada with taking care of the issue, but there's been no proper report coming from him. She also stated that he would give us details about the mission, though I wonder what kind of detail we are speaking of here. Skada? Skada from Foreign Affairs? I guess. When did Mr. Skada get transferred here? He's been here for almost half a year. He's a man known for his laziness. I doubt that he even tried working on the case. Mr. Skada is a diligent man, Miss Silver. I disagree with your claim. Are we talking about the same Skada? I can't exactly say that we have an abundance of employees. I believe there's only one Skada working in the Bureau. Why does it name... God dang, I can't pronounce that. Just to be sure, you're talking about Zivin Skada, right? Yes. Take your list out, or how do you know Skada? We worked together in London for a while. It must be a different Zivian Skada, surely. I don't recall Skada as a likable person. Was he also a traffic policeman? No, we were working as security officers for the Labour Party conference. Which one? 3 years ago in Leicester. Mr. Skada was kind enough to show me the basics of the job. I got assigned to another department within weeks. I would like to work with Mr. Skada again, though. You should be glad you didn't. Did you work with him before, Miss Silver? You can say that. Would you like to talk about it? Absolutely not. Kirarat tell you about the job? As much as I could. Yeah, okay. Is this your first job? You mean as a detective? used to work as a traffic policeman before I was assigned here. I was waiting for a colonial assignment, but then I learned that I was assigned to Miss Kirarat's bureau. So it's my first job as a detective, but not my first job as a police officer. I got my gun a few weeks ago. I didn't know we were working in one of the bureaus who got to carry guns. Do you know how to use it? I've completed the basic training. Thank God I haven't had reason to fire it outside of the firing range. Why do you ask? Then, can I assume you have no experience with paranormal incidents? I don't, Miss Silver. I tried many times to make sense of the scribble. The name written here is unreadable. What are you looking at, Miss Silver? Take a long time to explain. I think we have that time. You know that we are doing a different job compared to Scotto's. He's a stationary officer in Czechoslovakia. We are a mobile task force. And this list is our task. A list of beings I should take care of. There are ghosts, beasts, vampires, spirits, and many more in here. Miss Kirahat give you that? Well, no. And who did? A being that grants wishes. Let's call him a semi-official affiliate. What kind of being? Not one that you're familiar with. Part 1. Beginning. Czechoslovakia Republic. Oh. This is really interesting. I've never played a point-and-click game before. It's almost like a take on a television show, the way that opened up. So this is our hotel. Even though I'm relieved we could find one in this season, I can't deny the fact that it looks small and run down. I open the back door and get my luggage, while Cooper takes his ridiculously enormous suitcase. Maybe we shouldn't have dismissed how heavy luggage would be when we decided to disguise ourselves as filmmakers. Okay. So we're pretending to be filmmakers. All right. Shall we go in now? Cooper opens the main door to the hotel, and I leave my luggage on the polished wooden floor next to the reception desk. Seems the receptionist hasn't noticed us. He's writing something in a notebook. You can carry your luggage to your room if you like. No need, Cooper. That's the job of a bellboy, not yours. Miss Silver, I think the bellboys are sleeping at this hour. We know that we've arrived a bit later than we should have. I tap my fingers on the desk, staring at the man behind it. He doesn't look this way at all. The man behind the desk finally looks at my face, with baleful eyes that look like they haven't been closed for a century. You can't find any hotel which hires bellboys at this time of the year. We're off season. Cooper tenses up, quickly checking my face to see if I'm angry. Do you have a reservation? We know that we've arrived a bit later than we should have. Cooper checks his watch again. We are deeply sorry for bothering you at this hour, when you'd certainly feel better lying down in bed. Do you have any reservations? Repeated question. Receptionist seemingly ignoring his heartfelt apology. Has Mr. Scotta booked any room for us? Sits up, his eyes shining. Zivian Scotta, you say? Yes? He tries to find something in his desk, opening one drawer after another. You two must be the filmmakers Scotta mentioned. Then, your names, please? Exactly so. My name is Orwell Cooper. Laura Silver. As he's searching, I start tapping my foot on the floor. Cooper nervously smiles at my demonstration of impatience, finds what he was searching for, and starts looking through the newfound notebook. I can clearly read Laura Silver and Orwell Cooper here. My last name is most likely mistook because I am working with a person blessed with the surname Silver. The man behind the desk shows us the notebook. Oh, Copper. It's not Cooper, it's Copper. Yeah, see, look, it's Cooper, but then he also mistook my name, apparently. Scotta firmly instructed me that these were the people he booked 2 rooms for. Truth be told, you sound like a bad copy of a hypothetical Orwell Copper. Cooper gasped. The man behind the desk shakes his hands. Welcome to the hotel. Oh, welcome to Hotel Pavla, Miss Silver. I'm Jendrik. Shalumnik. Nice to meet you. I don't think I can pronounce these names. I nod while he hands me a room key. Wait, what about me? Looks like we'll have to wait until Mr. Scotta clears this misunderstanding. Or you can admit that you're not the copper written here. Cooper looks at me, his expression as helpless as he could be. He probably wants to go to sleep during these wee hours of the morning. Let's just help it. There must be a mistake. This man is working with me. I'm pretty sure that he is with the one that Scotta has mentioned to you. You'll have to forgive my cautiousness. I'm only doing what Scotta asked me to do. Cooper and I exchange glances. He points at the man with his eyes, begging me to speak. It'd be suspicious if I stood silent for too long. And is indeed the person Scotta was expecting. We shouldn't be wasting time on such a small detail. I'd appreciate if you could hand Cooper his keys. There's at us for a while, then shrugs. I agree that we shouldn't waste any more time. So you might as well go up to your room and sleep, since I won't be handing him the keys until I have... Oh, let's go to... Oh. Anyways, I'm asking you to leave your friend here for the night, miss. Good job, Silver. You're doing amazing. Miss Silver? I'll be back after I leave my suitcase. So? Cooper stops talking to me, his eyes locked on something behind. I hear footsteps approaching, footsteps that are coming down the stairs. I turn to the right and see Scotta. Dude. He eyes us for a while, his expression not changing one bit. You woke me up. Achievement unlocked. Good morning. You woke me up. Scotta, are you implying that the walls here are thin? You're gonna brag about your hotel has the most soundproof walls in all of Czechoslovakia. I'd rather not. Don't count as bragging if it's the truth, young man. Is he cranky because we woke him up? Though, it'll be troublesome if someone hears us talking about the job through these thin walls. Scotta, now that you're here, help us fix the problem with the Copper Man. Copper Man. Mr. Scotta, please tell Mr. Person that I am the person our boss mentioned in the telegram. Seriously, oh my god. Front desk man hands Cooper a room key and shakes his hand. Breakfast is at 8:30 a.m. It'll be served on this floor. Isn't Scotta the only guest in the hotel? It's Hotel Pavlov for you. We keep the hotel in top condition, even if only one person is staying at the hotel. I'm more of a resident than a customer, though. We've grown close to each other. Am I right, Scotta? Yeah, surely. I'll be showing them to their room then. Thank you. Follow me, Cooper. Copper. Silver. It's Cooper, Mr. Scotta. I'll keep that in mind. Pardon me. Oh. Nice to meet you again, Silver. He reaches out his hand. I shake it. Kira has mentioned you a lot during the meetings. Ooh. Could you tell us why we're here? Kira wrote in her telegram that we're going to learn the details of our investigation from you. The envelope is open. He didn't even bother to hide the fact that he has opened it before. I stare at him. He's being suspicious. Kira has written that you have some business with a weird man. Such indecency. You shouldn't open people's letters like that, Mr. Scotta. Scotta smiles. There shouldn't be any secrets between the employees of the Bureau. Makes me wonder why is Kira sending you here and there for special cases? It's none of your business. I haven't received any information from the Bureau about the Vodnik of Pilsen for 3 months. But Kira sent me a letter to hand over to you. Isn't it odd? Why are you getting exclusive access to this information? I should be dealing with this man mentioned in the letter, not you. Why would she want you to come all the way here? I don't understand that. Look, Scotta. Whoa. I'll just answer. Do you know anything about wish granters? Wish granter? Never heard of something like that. That's the reason why Kira has sent me here. Huh? This is all I can say to you. You could have given me a better explanation. Did Kirat say anything about him in the letter? She didn't. Scott looks the other way. It looks like he didn't expect me to answer like this. I'm still waiting for an explanation, Silver. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. I didn't even talk to Cooper about this, and he's my partner. You almost said assistant, didn't you? Look, Silver, you can't just brush my question off like that. It doesn't eliminate any of my suspicions, whether it's about you or Kirat. What are your suspicions? I think I already answered why she's sending me for special cases. I still don't know who the wish granter is supposed to be. That doesn't count as a proper answer. I have to ask Kirat if I'm allowed to answer properly? I could send you a letter on the matter if she doesn't reply while I'm in Czechoslovakia. You know that. She replies everything late. He sighs. I don't think you are cooperating with me. Look, even though I'm angry because you opened my letter, I'm trying to be civil with you. I'm just trying to do my job. We're both working for the same bureau. You sound like you're lying. Maybe you have trust issues. You may be right. I didn't even welcome you properly. Sends his hands to Cooper for a handshake. Nice to see you again, Cooper. Thank you for coming to hit us, but it seems like we have disturbed you. You didn't do anything wrong. I'm probably the worst host you could ever get. I think I'd be worse. Silver. Let's go to the post office tomorrow morning and send a telegram to Kirat. Sure. I have a hard time waking up in the morning, but I'm sure I'll be awake. I'll be awake by 9 a.m. We can wake you up if you want. I'm not an agreeable person when someone else wakes me up. I know how that feels. I can imagine. Before you make even more fun of me, I'll go to my room. Have a good night, Mr. Scotta. You too, Cooper. Scotta goes inside his room. I hear the lock of the door shutting tightly. Mr. Scotta's a good man after all. And Cooper smiles. So, shall we look at the letter? I take the letter out of the envelope. My dearest Laura, I hope you are doing well in Pilsen. I got some information on email the Vodnik, my little trip to the Bureau's secret archives, and some interrogations. Copies of the documents I have found are inside the envelope. I would love to hear from you at the end of your mission. Write me a report after you're done, all right? Don't strain your body and take care of yourself. Please try to sleep more, honey. Sincerely, Kirat. 1935, wow. Honey, I wonder why Scotta thinks I'm being pampered by Kirat. You're not being pampered. I think she only wants you to take care of your health. You're going to continue your investigation during the wee hours of the morning, Miss Silver. I don't think that's a good idea. I can manage without sleep. Sleep is for the weak. It's an order from our employer that you shouldn't forget to sleep. It's not an order, it's a request. I shrug and open the other document. The Vodnik of Pilsen. Vodnik appears as a humanoid beast with a frog-like face and green hair, with his body covered in algae and mud. His hands are webbed, and his eyes are the color red. Local drownings are said to be of his work. People he stores their souls in handmade cups. The ones who saw him work on his cups have informed us about his collection. Unmatched speed in the water. He used to be a toy maker. Hold on for a second. My mouth was getting considerably dry. Needed some water. Okay, so we got this. I filled the document, put it into my pocket. Miss Silver, you should let everyone in the hotel know that they should be wary when handling water. We should have asked Scotta if he told anyone about it. We still can. No answer. Mr. Scotta, I have to ask you something. I haven't told anyone anything about the water issue. Leave me alone. Wow, he heard that. We didn't have to say anything. So, Miss Silver, I'll let Mr. More important than 20 minutes of sleep. He smiled brightly. However, Miss Silver, you should go to your room and sleep while I'm on that. Even though I'll be in my room, I doubt that I'll be sleeping. Sure. I saw no need to disagree. Miss Silver, before I leave, tell me what your room number is. 102. Oh no. 107. So I'll be right across. If you need anything in the middle of the night, you can knock on the door, Miss Silver. What are you going to tell, Desk Man? I'll tell him that the water got infected and people advise us not to use the tap. That doesn't sound realistic. What should I tell him then? Maybe... I think we should find the water tank, close the valves that are connected to the external pipes. If we tell Mr. Deskman that the water's cut off in the whole of Pilsen, they won't check the water tank. What is it, Cooper? I don't know if it's right to barge into the boiler room of a building we just entered. It's for the safety of the hotel staff, so it's justified. Right. Now, do we know where the boiler room is? I think that we should search the ground floor or the basement, if possible. I wonder if we can reach there without attracting Desk Man's attention. Miss Silver? Yes? You mentioned you had back pain while we were in the car. And you also are clearly tired. And rest. I'll close the valves. Will you really do that for me? Sure. You're too kind, Cooper. Have a good night, Miss Silver. Cooper, knock on my door when you're done. I'll check if the water is off. Alright. I'll see you in a moment then. He waves at me as I open the door to my room. Take my coat off. Now let's see if there's anything suspicious in here. Okay. It's windy. I'd like to stay in here the night. But is there a flower pot on the balcony? We'll die in this weather. Table. I could take a look at my observations and notes if I had any. Set up an ambush inside the closet. It's safe. Okay. Sleep. No. I'm gonna check the room first. A knock at the door. I have closed all the valves. You're faster than I expected. I'll go to my room and check them as well. Good night again, Miss Silver. I nod. I should check the taps to see if Cooper was successful. It's not opening. Open outwards. Oh, wow. That's a relief. It's a sink. Nothing more, nothing less. Toilet. I did like those things. From the faucet to on. Only a few drops of water come out. Use your water resources that are already restricted. That you will die in a potential water shortage, Silver. Alright. Slip the document I got from Kira into the notebook. I'd rather spend the night interrogating desk man or the employees, but I don't want to draw any attention to myself. Our disguise as filmmakers will help us gather information. And let someone slip about our job. Well, in any case, it seems like I don't have any choice but to sleep. I've always thought it was useful thing to sleep with one eye open. What was that? There's a sound coming from the balcony. Throw off my blanket, turning my head towards the balcony door. I get up, grabbing my gun from the table. I press my back against the wall, standing right next to the balcony door. You can never be too cautious. I take a deep breath. Silver, on the count of 3, you're going to pull the balcony door open. 1, 2. Show yourself! No one is here. I noticed the plant pot on the railing is nowhere to be found. Did it fall because of the wind? I sighed while closing the balcony door behind me. Why does it have to be so cold? Put on my coat and hat on, checking my pocket watch. I noticed it's already 8:30. I better go downstairs and meet Cooper, instead of aiming my gun at missing pots. Running in the corridor. When she sees me, she looks up at me with tears in her eyes. You! The lady with dead person hair. What? You, the lady with... I believe that's me. Yes? Are you the one who took my gloves? I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen you around here before. You look suspicious. That means... I don't know what you're talking about. Who are you? Who are you? You said it yourself. I'm the lady with the dead person hair. She pouts. Fair enough. I'm Pavla. The hotel... Yeah. I'm like, oh, what was the hotel's name? The hotel's name is also Pavla. I assume she's related to Mr. Deskman, possibly his daughter. You lose your gloves, Pavla. Maybe she was born here and was left to die. Named her after the hotel. Or she is a shapeshifter who decided to name herself after the hotel to fool me. Miss, someone played a trick on me, on my gloves to steal them. Did you do it? I don't want to deal with this. Miss Silver, good morning. Cooper comes to the rescue. Who is this young lady? She might be the daughter of Mr. Deskman. Are you the one who took my gloves, Carrot Head? He laughs. I don't know what you're talking about, young lady. Then it's Miss Deadhair. Why do you believe Mr. Carrot Head is innocent? You look more suspicious. You did it. That's not very intelligent of you. Miss Silver! I can't believe you said that to a child, Miss Silver. What if I did? Uh-oh. Oh no, she's crying. They're black. Scroll something in a notebook. How long were they? I have to hear they had floral patterns inside too. I see. How old are you? 6.5. They are bigger than my hands. Papa said I could wear them when I grow up too. People choose a number. Did they look like this? Yes. So we got an artist. Nice. Stands up. Puts the notebook away before I... Oh, we're working on finding them. Daughter of Desk Man. Will you find who took them too? Of course. Really? Yeah. After all, where Cooper looks at me for confirmation, you won't just tell a little girl that we're detectives, right? We research. We're researchers. I feel like she would murder me if she wasn't so tiny. Were you going downstairs to see your father? She nods. Now let's go downstairs together. We want to talk with Mr. Deskman too. Deskman is sitting at the reception desk. That's usual. I hope he doesn't find out that I made his daughter cry. Oh, boy. We're getting kicked out. Good morning, precious metals. Oh, that's clever. That's clever. Good morning. Pavla. Papa. Deskman's eyes brighten as he lifts Pavla up and twirls her around in the air. Pavla's shrill laughter hurts my ears. Wow. Are we that dead of a person? Good morning, my dearest. Good morning. Is everything all right, Pavla? You look upset. I am. Oh my God. The new customers upset me. I couldn't hear you well. Can you repeat that? A bit louder, dear. I didn't like the new customers. Especially the lady with the dead hair. I think she might be the one who stole my gloves. What? I told you I didn't do it. Oof. You nails on chalkboard voice, little Miss Silver. She's aggressive over what a child says. I don't know. Seems like I take joy from stealing from random kids. Random kids? My dearest Pavla is not a random kid. Trying hard not to strangle you, kid. Now, Mr. Dustman. Let's not get mad. Searching for your daughter's gloves in the entire town. We talked to Miss Daughter a little while ago. Let's take a look at this, Mr. Deskman. He's done a marvelous job indeed. Wrong. I take a look at Cooper's notebook. He's done a decent job. Maybe we can draw the beast we are dealing with. That way, we would have more information in the report we mail to Kira. I like the orange mister, but Miss Dead Hair is so lame. You're the one who's lame. What did Silver do to you, Pablo? She called me stupid. I just thought you could use some deductive reasoning if you're going to blame someone. Deductive reasoning. Pablo hides behind Duskman. Silver, you either do your job instead of arguing with children, or I'll make you pay for them. Papa, that's not enough. Threaten her with kicking her out. It looks like the scaredy cat act earlier was a plan on getting her father's attention. The worst kind of child. Are you sure, honey? Well, you're saving at another hotel tonight. See if you can find one better than Hotel Pavla, Dead Hair. I don't know if there's any hotels nearby, and I don't want to see him on the street tonight. That's for sure. Duskman winks at me again with a rather sad face this time. I believe he wants me to apologize. What do we want to... I mean... we could reach out with our hand. Well, it'll be fine if you find the one who stole my gloves. Now, when did you lose them? I think you meant, when did they get stolen? When did they get stolen? Went out the door. And they flew out. When did this happen exactly? A little while ago. I ran after the gloves, but they disappeared into thin air. I see. I do. You don't look like you do. I really do. Because you don't want to sleep on the street tonight, right? No, Pablo. I really do believe you. Miss Silver, is there any way the Vodnik is inside the hotel? Even if the Vodnik was inside the hotel, I doubt he could possess gloves like that. Maybe it was just her imagination running wild. I hope so. I don't want to deal with anything else, let alone a ghost. Mr. Duskman straightened up the moment I said ghost. A ghost? A ghost might have possessed the gloves. I think Pablo just imagined it. Papa, do you think it was? Now, my angel, shall we search the hotel together? Okay, but only if you carry me on your shoulders. Sure. Just wait a bit, darling. This man comes to us, rather menacingly. Look, Silver, Cooper. He's talking in a low tone. He doesn't want Pablo to hear. Since I can't sense any friendliness in his voice. I see that you don't want to waste any time on this. I get it. However, don't make things up like that. Pablo's a girl who's almost always scared of every little thing. She's not very strong. She even thinks she sees her mother's ghost from time to time. We all know ghosts aren't real. Mr. Deathman, we are deeply sorry. If I hear you mention ghosts or such nonsense around my child again, I won't let you get out of here in one piece. Hear me? I nod. Ooh, boy. It wouldn't be possible for a man of his height to be able to carry someone on his shoulders. If the ceiling of the hotel wasn't high. That's it. Oh, I sit in one, I sit in one of the couches in the lobby. This conversation has drained me. Cooper stays standing. Did he just threaten us? Yeah. We're losing some of our limbs if we're talking about you-know-what again. Let's just finish our job as quickly as possible and leave this place. I wonder what happened to Mr. Desk Man's wife. She died. ... I believe this is the reason why he spoils Papa so much. Even though she's spoiled, I think you did well. And I think you're being optimistic, Cooper. He smiles. So, shall we go to the dining hall? I don't want to sit there. Oh? Why, Miss Silver? Because there'll only be us in the huge place. Isn't that a bit... Don't tell me you're being shy. Hello there. I noticed two were talking. Your time coming to the dining... Oh. Hello there. I noticed you two were talking. We're taking your time coming to the dining hall, so I decided I should come here to greet the both of you. Judging from the appearance, he seems like he is the cook. Well, it doesn't take a detective to see... Wait. He has a knife. Oh my god. Yeah, it's just... I stare at the knife in his hand. I should be able to grab my gun within seconds if he tries to make it move. You were just talking about going into the dining hall, but you're carrying a knife, Mr. Cook. Wait, I'm carrying a knife? The cook burst out laughing. I'll leave this back in the kitchen. Just a moment. What's so funny about this? He returns to the kitchen, leaving me and Cooper behind. Whew. Do sharp things make you uncomfortable too, Miss Silver? No. I mean, they do make me uncomfortable if I'm not the one holding them. Oh, I see. You can never know what people might do to you with sharp things. Yes, it'd be horrible if they cause any accidents. I didn't mention any accidents. Mr. Cook returns, this time with no knife in his hand. Hello again. I was cutting some potatoes when I heard you two. I approached without thinking twice. Having a knife in hand would scare people off. Silly me. It's no problem. It is a problem. Then, shall we take it from the beginning? Sure. I don't trust this cook fellow. He has access to all sorts of cutlery. I don't feel safe around him. Not to mention, he might have poisoned the food too. Wow, are we? We're just a pessimist. Where were we again? Oh, right. I noticed you both were taking your time coming to the dining hall, so I decided I should come here to greet both of you. We were just talking about going into the dining room hall. I also heard this lady here looks a little bit anxious about it. I still am. He stretches out one hand to me and his other hand to Cooper. I'm Willem. Nice to meet you both. I shake it. I see Cooper doing the same with Willem's other hand. Is Willem his surname or his name? Laura Silver. Orwell Cooper. Nice to meet you, mister. How would you like us to address you? Cooper, of course, wouldn't be content with calling someone he just met with their first name. Willem's fine. And how should I call you? I think I'd be more comfortable if I could address you with your surname. Ah, that's a shame. And you'll have to learn. I'm related to that heartless Zivin Skada. Is he Skada's brother? Now that I think of it, they look alike. Oh. I didn't notice that. Before you make any assumptions, I'm his cousin. Is this why Scotta picked this hotel? I hope you'll be alright with me calling you Mr. Wilhelm then. You could have gone with the joyful Scotta. At least you aren't like Desk Man. You tried to call Zivin Scotta the Black. Then he switched to Scotta the Second. Sounds a bit like an epic hero when you put it like that. Right? Scotta's a great surname. With a good sound. My only concern about it is that I'm sharing it with... His expression sours as he points upstairs. Possibly at Scotta's room. You know, that slob. Is it alright for you to talk behind customers like that? He is my cousin first and foremost. Being a customer comes later, though nothing changes the fact that he is a slob. Cooper seems concerned. Maybe we should wake him up. He gave a strict instruction not to wake him. Forget about him already, Cooper. Cooper, I bet you're not comfortable standing up like that. Why don't you sit down next to Silver? What about you, Mr. Wilhelm? I could serve breakfast here if you'd like. It'll be nice and cozy. It won't take long. You don't have to. We can eat in the dining room just fine. I insist. It'll be like having a picnic in the lobby. Do sit down, though. I get tired watching you stand. Cooper, quinces and sits on the couch. Don't be such a stranger. There are only 7 people in the hotel. We should get familiar. I'm talking to you too, Silver. I'm relaxed enough. Are you sure? You still look pretty tense to me. I am relaxed. Is that so? Then, let me hear your order nice and clear. Tea's fine. You have any Earl Brown? Earl Brown? Miss Silver, maybe you meant Earl Grey. I know what I said. Brown sounds mediocre for the name of an Earl. Personally, I wouldn't make someone named Brown an Earl. He's talking too much. Fine. Earl Grey it is. I can't believe they don't know about Earl Brown. What about you, Cooper? I like some tea too. Nothing to eat? Is it British culture that you don't have breakfast in the morning? We do have a rich breakfast culture, but... Cooper stops and stares down. I just have a bad feeling inside. I don't think I can eat. A bad feeling? I can brew you some herbal tea if you're feeling unwell. It's not because of that. It's more of an instinct. I feel like bad things are gonna happen. That's why I've lost my appetite. Interesting. 3 customers in the hotel. The 2 that I want to serve don't want anything. He seems disappointed. Are you really sure you only want tea? I nod. Tea it is then. Mr. Wilhelm. What is it, Cooper? We heard on our way here there's a problem with the waterworks. Looks like the water will be cut off for at least a few days. Really? I wonder if anyone in town considered letting us know about it. It's a good thing I've been using the water from the tank, but... He stops speaking and turns to look behind us. I turn too. There's a maid coming out of the restroom with a bucket in her hand. Wilhelm looks back at us with a smile. Have you two met Blanca yet? Oh, Blanca. Have you, Miss Silver? No. Willem lifts one hand up and calls, Blanca! The maid smiles at him and puts the bucket on the ground before she starts walking. When she approaches, she greets us. Welcome to Hotel Pavla. She's the maid of this place. Have a little chit-chat while I'm bringing your tea. See you. Willem leaves the place as the woman named Blanca sits in front of us. May I ask your names? Laura Silver. Orwell Cooper. Orwell. Never heard a name like that before. How do you spell it? Cooper looks as grateful as he could be. People usually mistake my name. Thank you for asking. It's Orewell. It's a nice name. Thank you, miss. Oh my god, that last name. I'm Blanca. Maid. I don't mind being called Blanca, though. You can call me however you like. Nice to meet you. God dang it, Cooper. Nice to meet you, too. I was meaning to ask you, do you want your rooms cleaned? I don't care. She looks at Cooper. I think you should do whatever you deem best, miss. If that's the case, I'll be cleaning both of your rooms after you leave the Hotel Mama. I asked because it looks like our other guest doesn't want me to invade his privacy. He yelled quite a lot when I went into his room. Oh. Alright guys, well, this is about all the time I have left for this live stream. I hope you all enjoy it, and I will see you in the next one on Tuesday. And I will see you in the Planet Base and Crisis 2 uploads later on today. Bye!